Are you new to a BaitCaster? Do you use a BaitCaster but constantly backlash? Here's 3 tips to prevent backlashing and spend more time fishing. The first tip I have is adjusting the tension on the spool. This is the drag lever, and it determines how much you're going to allow the fish to pull out. And this is the tension for your bait. This allows the spool to spin faster or slower depending on the adjustment. It's tight. Then you loosen. First, you adjust the tension depending on the weight of the bait. You can tighten it to make it where it doesn't go at all, and that's preferably whenever you're going to throw a bait, is you want that tension not to be very fall. But if you loosen it, then you're going to have to work more with your thumb and not get to prevent that backlash. Now, if it's too loose, like if you have it too loose and you drop it, it can easily backlash like that. So you want to make sure the tension's just right. The second tip is to use your thumb. After you press a button, hold the spool with your thumb. Your thumb does most of the work. As you cast, apply light pressure with your thumb, allowing the spool to spin. The most complicated thing about a BaitCaster is figuring out the tension with your thumb. You have to apply it lightly, but also have control of the line with your thumb. The third and final tip is to make sure you're throwing with your wrist and not with your arm. When I throw, I think about cracking a whip or throwing a frisbee. When I cast, I think about snapping my wrists, just like cracking a whip. A lot of people throw with their arm in an arching motion. This causes a lot of backlash and inaccurate casting. So if you're having trouble, really focus on that wrist snap. If you have to use 2 hands to do that, you can. And if you're throwing bigger baits or the Carolina rig, A-rig, those baits, it requires you to throw through 2-handed. So you rear back, but you still flick with that wrist. Hopefully this allows you to prevent some backlashes and prevent aggravation. If you like the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments.